Welcome back. Permanent secretaries throughout the public service converged at the Public Service Training Institution at Union on Thursday for the first in a series of emotional health workshops. More in this report from Julita Peter.
The emotional health workshops are being conducted under the Employee Assistance Program of the Department of the Public Service to equip permanent secretaries, deputy permanent secretaries, and human resource officers with the requisite knowledge and listening skills to be able to provide support to employees who are in need of assistance. Peggy Ann Sudat is a permanent secretary in the Department of the Public Service.
Yes, we've recognized an increasing number of cases in the public service of people suffering from some form of emotional distress or mental illness. And so we have decided to bring in persons, the PSs, to really discuss the issue, to get information on the issue, to identify, how we recognize signs of mental illness, emotional distress, and to have discussions on how we could provide a support system for persons who are going through these problems.
Robert Huggins, an EAP counselor, facilitated Thursday's workshop, which covered several areas including mental illness and creating a supportive culture for staff to be open about their mental health.
The main thing coming out of this is really understanding how to develop a culture of understanding within your organization that makes people feel comfortable enough to be able to come forward and speak about the issues. You see, mental illness shouldn't be treated as something to be stigmatized. It should be treated much the same way that a person has a physical disability. If they go into diabetes treatment or whatever it is, in that same way. So if there's something to be made, little changes within the workplace to accommodate them, you do that in the same way that you put a ramp for somebody with difficulty walking, etc. One area that we covered was talking about how the physical space can be so important to promoting positive well-being, mental well-being. We took the opportunity to go out to the back, because here at the training center at the back where the EAP does their counseling, there's a lovely garden, right? And that garden, many people talk about when they go there, and from the moment they enter, there's sort of a feeling of peace and well-being as they enter the area. And that's the sort of thing we're trying to encourage.
The EAP unit will be hosting a similar workshop on May 23rd for deputy permanent secretaries and heads of departments. A third workshop has been planned for May 30th, this time bringing together human resource officers. The Employee Assistance Program was established in 2016 to provide confidential counseling services to government officers and their immediate family members. So far, public sector employees have benefited from workshops on time management, stress and anger management, team building, conflicts management, and emotional coping. Julita Peter, Department of the Public Service Communications Unit.
Do you have a passion for athletics? Are you gifted at sports? Well, UWI Open Campus St. Lucia has announced 3 new degree programs aimed at elevating sport management capabilities for interested persons. Marketing Officer of UWI, Leslie Crane-Mitchell, says the new semester, starting in September 2019, will offer students new courses geared towards the advancement of sports and sport management without having to travel abroad to earn the qualifications.
A lot of persons in St. Lucia would, of course, have the practical experience of, of doing sports or participating, have been teaching perhaps for years, but without a formal qualification. And we are saying that now is the time. We're starting with 3 programs, and now is the time to see if you can get properly qualified. One is really more to do with sports kinetics. The other has to do with sports management. And there is a third which I will provide you with the information on. But there is now an opportunity to stay right here in St. Lucia and do a full-fledged degree program.
Furthermore, Crane-Mitchell emphasized the focus of the program, especially for young men on island. She elaborated the concept of an open campus allows for a more flexible approach to higher education, which she says should be taken advantage of, especially by individuals already in the workforce.
Semester by semester, we are introducing new programs which allow persons to stay home and, with the open campus, earn that degree. And so the latest really are those sports programs, and I really encourage everyone who is in that field to take advantage. And we are hoping too that young men in particular, who we really need more of them to join us and join our open campus family, that this will be the set of programs that truly attract them. And we have been getting some traction, but of course we want many more persons to join us.
The sporting programs include sports coaching, sports kinetics, and sports leadership and management. For further information regarding the sporting programs offered at UWI Open Campus St. Lucia, visit their website. It's www.open.uwe.edu//St. Lucia. In other news, the government of St. Lucia has made an investment in digital diagnostic equipment that is expected to enhance services at the St. Jude Hospital. More in this report.
Patients at the St. Jude Hospital are expected to benefit from an improvement of diagnostic imaging services following the handover of a floor-mounted X-ray machine. Chairman of the St. Jude Board, Wayne Harrow, says he's confident that the equipment will allow the staff to provide cost-effective and high-quality diagnostic service to the people in the south of the island.
Today, we will commission an X-ray machine, top-of-the-line X-ray machine, best on island. We will be able right now to deliver to our people a higher quality of diagnostic services, which will enable our doctors to diagnose situations and will to dispense the right treatment to our people in the south. We also have the ultrasound machine, which is installed in the ER department, which will assist our ER doctors and nurses in again discharging a higher and better and a quicker quality of service to the patients.
Minister for Health and Wellness, Senator the Honorable Mary Isaac, says she's extremely appreciative of the work undertaken by the staff of St. Jude Hospital, despite the daily challenges.
So you at St. Jude, you know of all the new initiatives, all the repairs and all the equipment that you now have at your disposal that of course some of them needed repair, some of them have been lying around for years, and these have been repaired and you will be able to utilize these. Now that will save you and the patients, the people that you serve, a lot of problems in terms of having to go down to Victoria Hospital and so on. So we are all very happy to hear of this news this morning.
Supervisor of the Radiology Department at the St. Jude Hospital, Chanel St. Louis, expressed gratitude for the X-ray machine and gave assurance that he will put it to good use.
As we remain in transit here at the George Odlum Stadium, it became necessary to improve the capability of our X-ray services here and our equipment, and the best suited equipment was a floor-mounted unit. And we would like to thank the government of St. Lucia for this timely investment. We assure you that a lot of the services that we could not provide, we will be able to provide these services here at St. Jude's Hospital.
The St. Jude Hospital remains committed to providing the best medical services to its patients. Reporting from the Communications Unit of the Ministry of Health and Wellness, I am Fina Neptune.
The constituency of Dennery North gave a resounding salute to the giants in their midst. More in this report.
Residents of the Dennery North constituency were celebrated and awarded in recognition for their unwavering contribution to national development. A Hall of Fame dinner was hosted in their honor on Saturday, May 11, 2019 at the Dennery North Human Resource Development Center. In addressing the gathering, local government officer for the south of the island, Mrs. Kisha Atil, stated that hosting this annual event will strengthen the community spirit and commended the Dennery North Council for hosting this prestigious event.
This evening is a time to celebrate and to recognize persons who have and continue to make significant contributions to the Dennery North constituency. A Hall of Fame means that you are among the most distinguished in the community. There are countless benefits to be derived from being part of community organization. Your participation allows for each and every resident to be connected, be it sports, education, or the arts. Consequently, it strengthens the community as well as increases the sense of pride.
Chairperson of the Dennery North Constituency Council, Mr. Aloysius Cumberbatch, stated that the decision to award community heroes was in keeping with St. Lucia's 40th independence celebration and stated that the Hall of Fame ceremony will be hosted annually.
I want to welcome everyone here this evening, especially the recipients. Tonight, we are pleased to bring this initiative to reality. It is also an exciting time for us as we are now celebrating our 40th anniversary of independence, and what a fitting time to host this activity. The Council has taken a decision to make this an annual event on its calendar of activities.
Amongst the awardees, special awards went to Mr. Eustace Estefan for Community Development, Mr. Elias Mathre for Cultural Development, Mr. Zacchaeus Polius for Sports, Ms. Rita J. Henry for Education, and Ms. Olympia Lionel for Community Development. This initiative by the Dennery North Constituency Council echoes the Ministry's thrust to strengthen the impact of constituency councils in national development. Reporting from the Ministry of Equity, Social Justice, Local Government and Empowerment, I am Chevroy Marius.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News. Tennyson Glasgow is up next with all the sporting action.